halftime games. Of course, we'll be back for Sunday Night Football. We do all the NFL halftimes. And crazy finishes there in the front half of it. I always say when you see finishes like that, I'd love to know what the position was from the official sports book of the NFL when the Texans go for 2, down by 18. And I don't know. It just doesn't seem to make a lot of sense.
Like, there's no point for the Texans to do that. I don't understand it one bit. And they were just allowed to walk in there.
Yep. And there's a replay I was watching. I thought it was the Saints scored again, but they didn't. But, yeah, well, that's the breaks, and that is the NFL. And that is kind of what we're used to seeing. That's why it's generally not one of my favorite sports, to be honest with you.
It's frustrating to watch that stuff happen. It's frustrating to not know exactly where you should bet based on what these refs are going to do and what they're going to allow. And stupid calls like that, which then we don't cover. So
I don't think the Jags are going to make any kind of comeback. I think they're toast. Let's see what the line is in that one. We'll get started with that at least. Plenty of action left. Of course, we got Major League Baseball tonight and NBA as well. And Sunday Night Football, which should be a good one.
Absolutely. I'm seeing a spread of 0.5 for the Seahawks and Jags.
Makes sense. Seahawks just dominating this game. Maybe Urban Meyer's heard rumor that I'm on a witch hunt. I want to see his emails for the last 10 years.
Maybe that's exactly what's happened there.
I want to see him. I want to see him. I think John Gruden should be held accountable. If he's got nothing to hide, let's see those emails. Well, Seahawks minus a half here, or the money line is minus 120. The total 21.5. I could see that over.
Yeah. I definitely like the over in that as well. I think if the Jags get any points at all, especially, this goes over the 21.5. And we have seen these dogs come back in the second, except for Detroit. We saw it with the rest of the game. So I really like the second half over for that half in the Jags and Seahawks, 21.5.
Touchdown Denver here. So that's good news for me. I've got Denver in this one. And there's the touchdown. It was... Who was that? Not one of the guys I picked to have the first touchdown, that's for sure.
And it's just now their first touchdown in that game.
Yep. It's been a defensive game all the way.
Yeah.
A lot of missed and blocked field goals. The Saints moving the ball here. Jameis Winston not in there, number 15 for the Saints. Not even sure who it is, but he's playing.
Yeah, I'm not sure who it is either.
I think it's boy, we'll have to look this up.
Yeah, Google it. I can make someone up, but it won't be right. I just want to say happy Halloween to everyone. Thanks for everyone for watching. Manuel said James Clark.
No, it's Trevor Siemian.
Trevor Siemian. Awesome.
Yes. He played with the Broncos as well, from Northwestern.
I like it.
This one's gonna come. I think this one's gonna come right down to the wire. This Bucks Saints game. I think the Patriots Chargers will as well. 14-13 Chargers. Patriots missed the extra point there. Oh no, they kicked the field goal.
Yeah,
they kicked the field goal. 14-13. Trevor Siemian hasn't played in the NFL in quite some time, but he seems to be effective here against the Bucks, who obviously haven't game plan for him. Of course, we're going to light up our U. We're going to keep it lit after.
There you go.
After the luck it brought us last week.
Absolutely, do not turn that light off.
So I have 2 premium picks left going right now. I have the Broncos and the Saints are the 2 picks that I have.
Okay. And I have the Chargers minus the points. So
I like the Chargers. I think
I absolutely do too.
Why can't you expect Simeon to pull a victory out? The Bucs defense is ass. I mean, they're good against the run, but I think they're 29th against the pass. Yep, those DBs are terrible. So if they go to stack the run, they're going to even be worse. Oh, man.
So the Patriots and Chargers have gone to halftime. We're having a spread of 1.5 in favor of the Chargers for the second half. They're the favorite.
I smoked with John Hopkins, someone said. I don't know what that means, but we should do a thing like who's the most famous person you got wasted with.
It'd be an interesting show for sure.
It would definitely be. So let's see what we have here for the second half for the Patriots Chargers.
I'm seeing 1.5. I'm seeing.
Yeah, I've got 2. Chargers minus 2.
Yeah, I like it better at 1.5.
I did too, but I don't mind it at 2. I'm going to take the Chargers here. You know, I pushed the Eagles line all the way up as high as it would go before on my regular game bet. So I have a little bit to work with here, despite some real disappointing things that happen. But I do have something to work with, though.
Yeah, I'm going to hit them minus 1.5. I got that at minus 120 there.
I have it at minus 110, minus 2.
Nice.
I would have gone minus 1.5 at 120. But I really think my big bet here for the second half is going to be Denver. I just like the way that this defense is fired up, and Washington purely capable of beating themselves. And we've seen that all game here in this one, where Washington's had opportunities and just missed field goals. And, it's not like they haven't been down there. They haven't threatened for a touchdown yet. But, we've seen their special teams just shoot themselves in the foot time and time again.
Oh, Joe, absolutely. We have.
Which is your favorite halftime to do?
I think I love the primetime games and then our morning ones, because our morning ones are so quick, fast, and so many games going on.
Well, there's Simeon with an interception in the end zone with the Saints driving for the score. There is a flag on the play. This could be against the defense. Let's see. Because everyone is staying on the field. So this is a late hit. Oh, boy. That one is a bad late hit. It was very late. I don't understand how a late hit like that isn't a post-possession foul.
I don't know.
Because it happened after the possession, but I guess they really want to penalize them.
Yeah. I'm going to take one more play for halftime for the Patriots and the Chargers. I'm going to take the Chargers team total for the second half over 12.5. I see at least 2 touchdowns in the second half.
I'll join you. You talked me into it.
I like it. Minus 112. I was looking at total touchdowns for a second half. Way too much juice. 2.5 for minus 154. So I won't touch that. But I definitely like the Chargers team total over that 12.5.
So the Saints still have the ball. It is 2nd and goal. They have a chance to go up here, and of course they're going to get the ball for the second half as well. So those of us that have the Saints, we're getting 4 points. I think most of us are hoping that this comes down to a last-second field goal one way or the other.
That's what this game has written all over it now. I've seen it being played out. The Saints are playing very hard against this Bucs team, and I definitely think that's a great way to go with it, Mitch.
3rd and goal now. And Washington, once again, driving towards field goal range here against Denver. They've hit the 1 field goal, but, man, it has been a test. And what kind of throw is that? I think that, some of these, it's like you're allowed to do it if you're outside of the pocket. How about Carson Wentz? by the way. We give this guy a break. We start like saying,
Yeah.
hey, you know what? He's actually been playing pretty well. And then 24-24 in his own end zone, instead of like just even taking the safety is less than what he did. He threw it right to the linebacker. What are you doing?
I think he gets confused sometimes which team he's on, and he throws it to anyone in the area, just like a kid when you were playing that game. Like, I don't know, someone's trying to tackle you, and as long as you didn't have the ball, it was a good thing. So terrifying what he does in some situations, for sure. But what a game that was.
Saints going for the field goal here. Could this possibly be a day where I push 2 games? I mean, it's possible. These lines are so tight.
I really hate the push. It drives me insane.
I know. It's
insane.
I once said in a game, I'd rather lose than push, and I ended up losing. And you know what? I was like, I wish I would have just pushed.
That Miami loss hurt me, though, this morning. Buffalo just covering that spread.
I got a push on the Rams game, and that left a mark. I mean,
that shouldn't have happened.
Oh, they were up 38. And then they don't get the onside kick. I mean, they put in the backup quarterback. He stinks. I mean, he's terrible. There's a place for a lot of these back. I think it just shows you that there's a place for these backup quarterbacks. And oh gosh,
what happened?
Heineke,
I feel like I'm right there with you, Mitch.
Oh my God, 91 on the Broncos just depleted Heineke. Weatherly. I mean, it kind of like a bad snap, you know, so he had like a little bit of a stumble. So the ball hit the ground. He picked it up. He looks up, and Weatherly just on the dead sprint. It's like, oh, man, they're not in field goal range anymore.
Wow.
A lot of ass slapping going on. 3 seconds left to go in the half. It's Washington football still, but my guess is they're just going to take a knee here. They're going to call timeout. Probably take a heave to the end zone. This could be a disaster for Washington, the way this pass rush for Denver is. I'm really not surprised at how bad Jacksonville is playing either.
No, either am I. You know, this is one of those situations where Jacksonville really needs to wake up, get off the bus, and come to the field, and they're not doing it again.
Robert Nash likes the Halloween look, Joe.
Oh, thank you. This is my normal look. I just decided not to put makeup on today.
My wife wanted me to put on my costume, even though I didn't wear it all day. My shark.
You should have. I would have been so impressed.
I don't.
You can do it for later, and then I'll be back in normal clothes.
That's what we'll do.
Then just one of us looks ridiculous at a time instead of both of us.
I don't think you look ridiculous.
Okay, there we go. Come on, Washington. No, Denver got it. Congratulations, Mitch. I don't have a premium on this.
But, yeah.
Well, thank you for not thinking I looked ridiculous. I had a skull face on before this look, and I came and looked in my camera, and it was way too dark.
Too much.
Yeah, it was way too dark. I had to lighten up the makeup.
I think the roughing the passers in the Saints game have been roughing the passers.
Oh, for sure.
Of course, I have the Saints. Yeah, Joe and I have a lot of things we want to do with these shows. We have a call-in feature that we're going to add, where we're going to take in some calls. We're going to use our betting tools that we have at the website. So hopefully everyone's taking advantage of those betting tools we have at Sports Chat Place and at Pick Dogs. They're awesome. I will say they're the best betting tools out there.
Yeah, absolutely are.
You have to call the penalties by the letter of the law. That's how you have to call them, or else there's chaos. Especially if they go in my favor. That's the way they're supposed to work. I'm interested now in this Denver-Washington second half line. We've got 13 points, and they've been all ugly. Denver minus a half here, even though they're up by a touchdown, is the line.
Wow.
The total, 23. That's aggressive.
Oh, is that ever? I'm shocked by that number.
The Washington team total is 12. Denver,
I got
13.5.
I've got 11.5 for Washington. No.
Oh, I'm looking at New England. I'm looking at New England.
Yeah, I've got
11.
Denver over 11.5 and Washington over 10.5. I don't know. Those are some tough numbers when we've got such a low score right now.
Yeah, I got 12 for Denver. I'm going to take Denver minus the half a point.
I think that's the right way to go with this. Washington's played them really tight. We saw no scoring in that first quarter. I don't know. Denver scored twice.
I know, but you took Washington, so I have to bet the other side. It's just your record on Washington just isn't there. You had the Lions.
Well,
this week.
I took them in office pools, but
we both
no
had
premium picks on it.
We both had Buffalo. We both had.
Okay, then I'm going to ride
Chargers.
Washington hard then.
I got the Saints. You got the Bucks. You got Washington. I got Denver. So this might be my best office pool. No, I lost the Colts and Bengals. Eagles. Falcons lost, right? You had the
Panthers won.
You had the 49ers. I had the Bears. I stink at the office pool. I might be the worst at the office pool.
I don't think so. You just root. Yeah, you like those points.
Yeah, I'm not good at it. I'm just bad at it.
So total of 22.5 for that second half total for Washington and Denver. Do you think they get that many points in the second half? I'm struggling with that number.
I am too, but it's like it just seems like there's been points left on the board. And I think Denver, we saw at the end of the half, play some of their best football. Yeah. There's Tom Brady with another interception. The Saints have this one. They're back at the 40, down to the 35. And that was a horrible throw by Tom Brady. That was late over the middle, and you cannot do that in the NFL. You cannot throw late over the middle. I don't care if you got number 14 or whatever you got. That ain't going to happen. There's a defensive back just standing there, hit him right in the chest. There was a little grab on the receiver there, but they're not going to call that.
No, not at all.
I've got the Saints here, so I'm pretty happy because if we can get a score here, notice how they become we when I bet on them.
It's always we when we bet on them,
right? And then next week they're them,
yeah.
you know. But
yeah,
today
who likes them? No one likes them.
Last week the Saints were they when I had the Seahawks with the points, and this week it's us.
I love it. It's a way to go.
I think tonight's game is going to be a real gem. I really do. I'm looking forward to it. Still sitting at 3 on the spread for tonight, too.
Yeah.
10 yards right there on first down for the Saints. It's who is this? Oh, that's Mark Ingram. He hates that number 14 jersey. He really doesn't like it. It's the only game that hasn't gone to the half. So the Patriots kind of playing the Chargers. They're kind of mucking around. I think that we've seen the Chargers play better than this. They're just not quite as sharp as we've seen them before.
Absolutely. Do you see how hard Hunter Henry is playing for the Patriots now that he's no longer a Charger? He's having some of his best plays I'm watching. And, tough to see him go last season.
They should have done Antonio Gates' jersey retirement day today with him there. That would have been better.
Oh, that would have been the best. I miss Antonio Gates on the field. That's for sure.
Hunter Henry is not even like in the top 5 Charger tight ends. You know,
no.
Kellen Winslow, Antonio Gates. It's like, both of those guys.
Yeah, those two.
Both of those guys.
Absolutely.
Probably Winslow first. So it's first and goal now for the Saints here, knocking on the door, trying to convert that Tom Brady interception into points. There's about a minute left to go in the half. You don't want to leave Brady even 10 seconds, if you don't have to.
No.
So the Saints are running the football, and it's Kamara. He gets it down to about the 2-yard line. It's 2nd and 2. The clock is rolling, 50 seconds now. I think the Saints are just going to try and do the double whammy here, burn clock and score points, which I'm fine with because they get the ball, we get the ball to start the second half as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I did not know Peyton Manning was in Denver for this game. I just saw a clip of him walking out onto the field.
I wonder why.
I have no clue, but this tells me Denver is definitely winning this game. I'm just taking another look at those second half totals for Denver. Oh, yeah, Denver minus the 0.5 all the way in this one. Second half, I think Denver destroys this now with Peyton Manning there.
Yeah, I like Denver in this game. I just felt that Washington is fully capable of beating themselves. I think the Denver defense is good, and I think that the home field advantage in Denver is still there. Plus, Joe has been wrong 7 times on Washington this year. And she
Damn
liked them.
Washington. Didn't want to give up on them. I hate giving up on them.
She has trouble separation anxiety. Yeah.
It's like if I don't bet them this week, they are gonna win. No, okay. And now this week, no.
It's like
okay.
It's like Sam when my wife goes to Costco. You know, it's like he sits by the door the whole time. She comes home. It's like he acts like he hasn't seen her in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, it's like wide open. It is a touchdown in New Orleans. The Saints are in to take a 16-7. Alex Armah Jr., number 40 on the Saints. Who even knew?
Nice. I like it. You know what I'm going to do? Instead of taking Denver minus the 0.5, I'm just going to take their team total over 11.5. I think that is my safer bet with this one.
Yeah, I think I'm going to bet that one again. I have the while I'm here and
while you're here,
while we're waiting around and there's nothing else to do.
Well, when you see those old school superstars there at the field, not that Peyton Manning's that old school, but you see them there, that team is going to play so much harder for them.
I don't think I put my bet in for tonight.
Uh-oh. Get that in.
I always have like an amount that I bet. Like if it's winning, I continue at that amount. When it starts losing, I switch to a different amount. So lately it's been 440 or 4,400 or whatever the case may be. I'm sticking with the 4s.
I like the number 1s. So it's hard because you get 1111, so 111, but then your next jump up is 1,111.
Which is a good one.
And then if you bet that on Washington, pretty screwed.
Back to zero, ground zero.
Yeah. 1s are just lucky numbers for me. I like betting those 1s.
Let's see what we can do. So Denver's still Washington. Oh, I'm showing Denver at 10.5 now. Oh, it's both under? Oh, no. Denver team total over. I got a 10.5.
Nice. I like that. Definitely.
I bet you they don't let me bet it. That's what happens. That's what they always do. They always pretend.
Yeah. They're like, come on, you didn't bet this. We know you want to bet it.
They took it.
Yeah, I'm seeing 10.5 on my book. There you go, guys.
It has been a defensive struggle. There's Urban Meyer. He's ready to release his emails to me. Jameis Winston was carted back to the locker room. Boy, Taysom Hill out. Oh, look at this. A flea flicker in Seattle. And Tyler Lockett, of course, on the other end of it. And they are on the 4-yard line. Urban Meyer's he's texting someone out there. I think we should get to check his text messages as well.
Oh, man.
It's got to be gruesome.
He's probably using an app that doesn't record those.
What other coaches do you think might have some interesting email and text messages?
99.99% of them.
I think so too. That's what it was like. John Gruden. Imagine there's a head football coach who's a prick. You know, it's like just imagine the scenario that it possibly could happen. It's like that's a hard ass. You know, it's like
absolutely.
You think it's like I mean, I think
it's some people's style too. They come off hard, and at the end of the day, they're a soft teddy bear. But they need to earn respect from people. Not that John Gruden did anything a right way that I'm saying. I'm just saying some people have that kind of coaching style.
How about Bill Cowher, like from the Steeler days? What do you think his emails look like?
Oh, nasty.
Yeah.
I would not want to get one of those emails. I'd be terrified to open them.
Yeah, I think there's just a few guys out there, you know, that probably pretty tough. I'm going to guess Mike Holmgren's aren't so great either.
Oh, yeah.
We could probably go down the list. I'm sure Bill Belichick's aren't like all that beautiful either.
They're not going to be sunshine and lollipops, right?
How about Rex Ryan?
Rex Ryan, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about Rex Ryan.
Yeah, he's got a job in television. Let's see what his emails are looking like from his days on the Jets.
Yeah, right? I don't know. It's a hard situation for sure.
I understand, but it's our situation. Anyways, the Saints missed that extra point, so it's 16-7 Saints.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to see Joe Rogan's emails. Those would be hilarious.
How about Mitch's emails? I got a guy.
I'd love to see yours too.
Mine are terrible. I can tell you that much. But none of mine are like, I'm a name caller, but none of mine are like, political or, racist or religion or any of those things. Yeah. Mine are, there's a lot of name calling. I mean, I got a guy who wants to kill me, who literally wants to kill me.
Yeah.
Ryan John Smith in Littleton, Colorado.
Wow.
Yep.
I can't believe someone can threaten your life via email.
Yeah,
and not be charged.
Well, he keeps saying he's gonna come visit me.
Oh.
So I can say it to his face. Yeah, you can beat up some old man. That's some 150-pound old man. That's a tough guy. Man, he must be a real tough guy.
He must be. Living in his mom's basement, probably. It looks like we have a second. No, he doesn't live in his basement.
I looked him up. He lives in like some real dump.
Oh, okay. We have a second half spread on the Bucks and the Saints. 6.5 points is what I'm seeing in favor of the Bucks.
This is a tough one because I've got the Saints for the game. I'm not all that confident, but I do like that we're on a bad number now. I like it. I feel more comfortable on the Saints here with my 4 points that I'm getting than I would if it was at 17. If it was 17-7, because at 17-7,
yeah,
they're not going to. They might not. They'll kick the extra point, but then we're looking at overtime. Here, it's like we can get to a 17-16. We can get to a 21-19. We can get to a 22-21. There's all kinds, 29-28. There's all kinds of bad numbers in here. If you have the Bucks, you're on a bad number. You're on a real bad number. So I like it for the Saints, and I do like where I'm at with Denver. I took a rough ones. I at one point, I was working out, watching the games. I'm like, I'm gonna be 3-0, and I went 1-1-1. So just like that.
Oh yeah, it happens instantly.
It was instantly.
I thought I was gonna be 2-1 because I had the Lions, but then Miami didn't cover for me. So I had a 1-2 start to the morning, getting those Steelers plus the points.
Yeah, if Joe takes the Lions again, we're gonna have to give her some time off. That's just the process.
I need a mental health break if I take the Lions ever again.
It's like Joe's friends ask her, so how's life at Pick Dogs? It's like, how often do you have to work? Every day, like all day. It's like pretty much 7 days a week.
Yeah, it's 61 days today, Mitch, because we had 31 days in October.
Yep.
There we go. 61 days, you guys.
Yep. After this, I'll be doing my NBA videos for tomorrow. We got 9 NBA games. I'll be doing a parlay as well, and Monday Night Football. So,
yeah, you got a busy one.
Not like I'm just sitting around. And the Patriots fumble, and the Chargers look like they have the ball. Yep. A lot of dancing, some ass slapping, some screaming, some jumping up and down. It's all happening.
I like it.
I don't like these dark blue uniforms for the Chargers playing the Patriots, though. It's a little confusing because the Patriots are kind of a dark blue team.
Yeah, and I completely agree with you. I do like the uniforms, but no, not against the Patriots. I totally understand that. And plus, I think they just look too simple. They look very simple.
Someone gave us a
mustache?
No, it's a super sticker. So what these are is like people, they make donations through YouTube to donate for the show, which is super nice. We used to do this. We used to run promotions for these things, and we would get there's super chats and stickers that people can purchase, and it just goes into our fund. That we gave it all away is what we used to do.
Yeah.
Anything we raised through stickers or through super chat, we'd just give to charity.
That's awesome.
I mean, we had months like we ran a promotion like for T-shirts if you did a super chat, and we raised like I think we had 7,000 or 8,000 that we did one month. It was pretty good.
Oh, that's incredible.
Yep. We gave it to St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Oh, I love that. Very good charity to give to for sure.
I got my pin from it.
Oh, nice.
It's a lapel pin. It's not
I
really a
love
pin.
that.
It's not really a pin. It's got a magnet on the back that
Yeah.
it's put it here. But yep, they sent it to me for
Yeah.
donating. That's what you get for St. Jude's for $7,000. They could have sent nothing.
Nice. Yeah. I like it. I would like to do another charity event. I haven't done one since last November. I did the Run for Movember. So I ran so much at the gym. It was insane. I think it was 60 miles I had to get to, and I did 120 because I just wanted to do more.
Well, we could do something. We could do some kind of promotion like, a super chat and where you'll get something. We get shirts or hats or whatever. Look into some
sign
swag.
picture of Brian, Mr. September. That's what he wants to be, guys. If we ever make a calendar, Brian is Mr. September. He's called it.
All right. Well, let's look at these lines, see if they've moved for these last game. Just the one game left. The Bucks and the Saints. Bucks still -6.5 for the second half. The total 23.5. The Bucks team total at 14.5, and the Saints team total at 7.5. I like the over 7.5 for the Saints total.
I was just going to say, I was looking at that saying, like, is there an error here? There is no way the Saints aren't going to score over 7.5 in the second half. So I love it, Mitch. I think that's easy money. Yep. I've got it -118.
250 pays 238.10.
Yeah.
No problem. I just happen to know that off the top of my head.
Don't know how.
So Washington is pinned deep on a punt there. Texans sell the team. Someone was wearing a bag. How about the Lions fan with the bag? It said, "This isn't my costume."
Oh, that's funny.
Well, the Saints beat the Bucks last year twice in the regular season, and the Bucks beat them in the playoffs. But I think if the Bucks get the win here, I have a feeling it's going to be one of those 2 3-point wins at the gun. We've seen the Bucks pull off 2 of them so far this year. So, well, the one was a 6-point win in New England, which was another heartbreaker for me because I was getting 3.5.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz, they're showing it again. We gave him too much credit. And here's Herbert back to pass.
Big one. Come on.
Oof.
Oh, wow, that hurt.
We're definitely at the time of year in the NFL and in college football where the hitting is definitely getting better.
Yeah.
Harder.
Oh, for sure.
But anyways, I think we're going to wrap up this show. We'll be back at halftime tonight. We usually go on about 15 seconds left to go in the half, 10, 15, 20 seconds left to go in the half. Try and get, because the notifications and all that. I told you the Titans would win. Congratulations, you finally won one. That's what I say to that. I told you the Titans. You told me nothing. It's like, I told you the Titans would win. I don't know. We could do a whole show. We could do a show every day on the I told you they would win. We'll just go through all my picks that I gave out that won. Half times, player props, everything. We'll just do a whole show. We'll never give out any picks at all. We'll just talk about all the things that we won. I mean, this is what guys do on Twitter.
Well, could you imagine, every single game we went over this morning, we gave opinions on both sides. I couldn't imagine if we actually wrote down every single opinion we had and sat here and we're like, well, we didn't bet it, but we said it.
The Titans, right? The Colts were not one of my picks, and actually Joe Madden in the office pool, she had the Titans, and more than likely she told me before you did, so she told you the Titans were going to win. This is just there's no such thing as dumb comments except for the ones like that. Anyways, it's 24-0 Seahawks. We got Heineke throwing out of the end zone. He completed the pass. Wow.
The only one who can say, I told you they wouldn't win, is you with the Lions. You drilled that into my head how many times? You're like, Joe.
It's the Detroit Lions. That was about as ugly as it gets.
Lions. But you watch, I'm going to stay off them. They're going to win.
Well, they got a chance, I think, on Thanksgiving Day is our day.
That's about it. That's about it. Them and the Cowboys. Cowboys always have a good Thanksgiving Day as well.
Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Thanks, Joe. we'll see you guys in I don't know, probably about 3.5 hours or so for Sunday night football. Should be a good one. Dallas undecided still at quarterback. The line has held at 3. Somebody knows something. We know that. Oh, they're calling that pass incomplete or a penalty on Washington. 1st and 14. I'll tell you one place where the visiting team never gets a call, and that's Denver. We know that. They don't catch a break. And then, of course, Heineke throws it out of bounds. And then this is what happens, right? Next, what will happen is they'll snap it over the punter's head, or the punter will drop the ball and Denver will fall in it for a touchdown. We'll just stay with this because I want to see how this plays out. We don't know if Dak's playing or not. The line hasn't even moved, but I'm going to guess he's not. Because I would think
I think they should sit him. I really do. I don't think they should risk further injury to him. Give him another week. This game's not pivotal.
No, it's not pivotal. Second and 14 here for the Washington football team from their own 4-yard line here in Denver. Let's see what happens. So he completes it. He gets about 3 yards on it. So that was kind of the little bit of room they needed. So they're at about the 9-yard line, 8-yard line, something like that. There's Troy Aikman. He's got the suit on. He's shaved and everything for the occasion.
I like it.
I'm in New Orleans. I better shave. People will know.
You think of anywhere, that would be quite the town to be at the night before the game.
It's one of those plays. Oh, Heineke back to, oh boy, sacked again. This time at the 3-yard line. Now here it comes. 4th down. The punter will be at the edge of the line. I have a feeling that this is going to be a Denver score on this play right here. And it's set up exactly to the scenario that I thought it would be, where it was going to be 4th with the punter pinned against the back of the thing. So it's either going to be a snap off of his leg where he falls on it for a safety. It's going to go over his head for a safety, or a straight block for a safety, or a touchdown for Denver. Let's see if any of those things happen here.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, he got it. He barely got it away. But, of course, it's Denver, so it went 10 miles. But the Broncos have the ball at about their own 45. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Have a great day. We'll see you guys in a few hours. I'll know exactly what's going on in the NBA tomorrow by then. I will have gone under the hood. We got Cleveland, Charlotte, Portland, Philly, Indiana, San Antonio, the Knicks and the Raptors. Joe's frozen. He always freezes good. Joe always freezes good. Have a great night, everyone. We'll see you in a few hours. Thanks, everyone, for joining us. Be sure to smash that like button. Tell your neighbors. Tell your friends.